you, George, and good afternoon, everyone. And I will keep this brief. First off, it is a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to be back here before you. I've been coming up here now, I think this is my 7th visit. 6 as Attorney General, now 1 as Governor. And when I started coming up here as Attorney General, I didn't plan on being here as Governor. But you never know what the good Lord has in store for you. A lot of it has to do with many of you here in this room who supported me. And I just want to thank you for that. Thank you for electing me and having the trust and confidence in doing what I think is the right thing on behalf of Pennsylvania. As I said, I came from being the Attorney General, and I came into office now and had a different role, completely different role. And had to start working with many different communities across Pennsylvania. But I can tell you, this is my favorite community. I enjoy coming up here. I enjoy working with you. I've enjoyed during the campaign, during the time in office as Attorney General, working with the agriculture community. And last year when I was here, I promised you that if elected, I would come back as Governor. It's a good place to come and get solid advice. You see, in my mind, putting the words agriculture and progress, ag progress, together makes a great deal of sense. To me, you, farmers, are among the citizens who are most committed to progress. Webster one time said, everything grew out of agriculture. The farm was always what came before the towns, the cities, the factories. The farmers, Webster said, are really the founders of our culture, and that is certainly the case. Last week I took the opportunity to travel part of the Susquehanna River by kayak to get to see something from a different perspective. I've traveled this state extensively by car. I've traveled by air. In fact, I came from Philadelphia today by air. I can't tell you how many silos and how many farms I saw coming here by air. But you know we are an agricultural state. When I was on the river, though, I saw it from the river's perspective, from how our forefathers traveled across this great state. You think about it, the county seats are along the rivers. You move your goods and products along the rivers, and the farms are along the rivers. So it gave me another great perspective of what a beautiful state we have. But in talking with some of the farmers, I'm reminded of a story that I've heard repeated over and over again, that I told to a reporter by an ag extension agent. And that agent said, and it continues to apply today, that when a little girl asked the farmer why he was working so hard, the farmer explained to him, well, we need the food. And the little girl said, why don't you just go to the grocery store? We have to overcome a perception that it grows in the refrigerator or in the bread box, or maybe on that apple tree that they might have in their backyard. Our system does work well, and we have so much, so very much to offer that it's easy to lose track of where our food comes from. It also becomes too easy for government to lose track of everything that you do to go into farming. It goes into farming. I oftentimes said last year during the campaign that bureaucrats who haven't stayed up all night praying for rain for their farms, getting up and milking a cow at 4 o'clock in the morning, don't understand what you do. And I don't think that's a good idea. One of our state's great farmers, I guess you would call it his last career, was a guy that we might know. He had a farm down in Gettysburg at the end of his career. His name is Dwight David Eisenhower. You've seen him. For those of you too young, I hope you've seen the video of him. And he one time said that farming looks mighty easy when your plow is a pencil and you're 1,000 miles from the cornfield. Well, oftentimes we can see that when government gets in the way. And I said that many times during the campaign. That's why I made it a point of appointing a Secretary of Agriculture who knows what it's like to be praying for rain. We're going to be milking that cow, taking care of that cow early in the morning. And I'm so very proud to have him as my Secretary of Agriculture.